know there was some of the companies, they put it out as educational to get around it.
Yeah.
You know, the porn.
A lot of the porn companies and a lot of the veteran porn stars actually do educational and instructional videos on the side.
Right.
So they have their porn career, but then they do a lot of educational things too, and I've learned that. I didn't know that before I came into this industry. So
Yeah, because
it's a good
it
thing.
makes sense and it's helpful. I mean, you're listening to an expert.
Right.
You know, maybe,
exactly.
and you two become experts now and have something.
Oh, you learn so
Somewhat,
many
though.
tricks. You learn
Somewhat.
so many tricks.
Once you've been in the adult industry a long time, to the point where I guess you could be called an expert, your view on things is kind of jaded.
It can be.
So
It depends on the person.
Like some instructional videos I've seen that are supposed to be all about love making and bringing love making into the home, but they're more on a porn side. They show everything. They're still porny. They're still like you're watching two adult stars instead of two normal people in their bedroom. And they seem to not be able to grasp that.
Well, that's director's fault, I believe, because they want
It
to get
is.
the,
Yeah.
You're
they
right.
want to get the fornication. They don't want to get the story.
Yeah.
You know, who's this character?
And if you
What
wanna
is that
relate-
about, why
Yeah.
are you making love? You know, why are you
Exactly.
doing whatever you're doing?
They don't
Right.
care about that.
Yeah, that's the part you want. That's the interesting. Then it's, and you know, it's funny. When you watch some of the teasers on porns, like the girl be going down on a guy, and they look up at the camera, you know, into the camera. I find that such a turn off when I
Really?
see that.
And we've talked about that with mainstream, because mainstream you don't normally look at the camera at all.
No, you
and
don't.
then in porn they want you to look at the
And
camera.
I find it such a turn off. It's
Yeah.
like, see, before I
agree.
was watching, I was a voyeur. Now all of
Yeah.
a sudden you caught me looking at you. Really, you know,
And
it's like,
you know, on
I love
almost
it.
every set, when they throw that camera over the guy's shoulder, they would tell you to look at the camera.
Yeah.
No, even if it's an entire scene where you don't look at the camera, once it goes over the guy's shoulder, you look.
That's
Yeah,
the POV and what
Right,
it's.
point of
you're
view,
supposed
yeah.
to be the guy that's the camera, so we're looking at you. But
I don't understand. It doesn't work. I just,
yeah,
as an actor, as a director, as someone who watches it, it's so personal what you're doing, and I believe what you're doing. But once you look at the camera, I don't believe it.
Right,
anymore.
right.
And you're not being personal
true.
because you know the girl's staring at a camera.
yeah,
Then it's the whole thing is
that's
taken
interesting.
away.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because before it was personal, and you were enjoying it and this and that.
Yeah.
like you said, you were a voyeur. You were kind of
it's just
peeking in and
watching,
watching.
peeking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
is-
way
Which
I
is what
kind
it
of
should
like
all
to
be
watch
about.
porn.
It's
yeah.
sexy, you know.
Yeah.
You want to. It's like we look in people's windows in Manhattan. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, you can look out at night and somebody was banging somebody.
Yeah.
To me, if somebody's got their window open, that's their fault for me
Right.
looking.
You know,
They
I used
know
to
I
tell
can
my
see.
little nieces and nephews when we drive them, I used to say, "Why do we look at windows?" And they say, "Because we want to see naked women."
Pretty
See,
much.
kids know it too.
No, they got that from me.
Yeah. It is true.
You see, why do you look at women? I want to see a naked woman.
Right, you're hoping anyway.
I don't
Naked
want them
men,
to see
though,
me.
are so much more fun when they're
Well,
in their
yeah.
houses alone.
Yeah.
You know, women naked, they're kind of shy. Naked men, they walk around, they're like, yeah, looking
do.
in the mirror. Oh, yeah, it's
I
great.
walk around. I like being naked myself.
Really?
What I really want to ask you, and before we run out of time in this tonight, what about relationships? How does that work in the porn? I mean, you've been in a short time. It has to be difficult, I think, sometimes.
We're still figuring that one.
Yeah, we're both still single.
Yeah.
But I had a year of being single before this, and I didn't have much luck dating there either.
Right, right.
It's hard to date
what I
nowadays.
said.
Everybody's in this like dating mood where they just want to sleep with everybody.
It's a hookup mood. It's not a dating mood. I had a.
Well,
I
they call it
actually had
dating now, but
Yeah, I
it's not
actually had
dating.
a-
It's hooking up.
a fan email me recently, and he said, you know, I'd like to take you out for dinner and a movie. Not, you know, this isn't an escort request or anything, you know. And I'm like, do you know how long it's been since I've been asked out to dinner and a movie?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, guys are always like, hey, you want to get together and hook up or, you know,
Yeah.
hang out? And it's a hookup call.
Yeah.
Which is good sometimes.
Even
but,
the
you
nice
know.
ones that you think they're not looking for that, they never ask you out to dinner. They only ask you over to their house.
Yeah.
So you know what it's all about.
So I think we're in a dating crisis in this country. I don't think anybody knows how to date anymore.
And it's
Really
impossible
don't.
being a porn
That's
star
the part
trying
I'm
to
trying to
date.
bring out.
Yeah, it's
If
like
you were in a relationship, how would can you find somebody? I know most of the ones that I've met you know, in the business, you know, and the men usually, well, we were talking about Honey Melons, who was many years ago.
Yes.
She was involved with someone, and he just like ripped her off.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I hear that so much
Yeah, it's
in
hard.
your business where they're, you know, either they, and they
It's
can't
scary.
accept it.
Yeah.
That you're going, you know, you're doing it with somebody else. Why would you get involved with a porn star if you can't, you know?
Yeah, if you can't have an
I
open
don't understand
relationship.
why men are so
right.
jealous of women that way.
Yeah, especially when half the time, if a woman is in a relationship, she loves the person that she's with, even if she
Yeah.
is doing porn. You know, that's just work to her, and that's what I see on set. Is
exactly.
the guys are all about hooking up, screwing everybody, even if they're with somebody or not. They
Well,
they don't
I
really
think that's
care.
in man's nature.
Well, yeah, and they're around hot girls, and
Yeah.
it's I mean, it's fun.
When I went to
girls are
Plato's
around hot
Retreat, which was
guys.
a swingers club in Manhattan many years ago, I used to bang everything I could see.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I left there, I wanted to make love to somebody I cared
Yes.
about.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's how I feel, but it is harder being in the industry just starting out because the nice guys who do want serious relationships, it's hard for them to accept that you do porn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're kind of caught in the middle because you either have guys that want to do everybody, and so you can get in line and see them once in a great while, which isn't really our thing, or you've got a guy that wants you out of the industry if he's, you know, going to date you
It
seriously.
must be. I would imagine it'd be nice to come home to someone, and you know, to talk about what happened to the day.
Yeah,
You know, this
yeah.
and that, and that
Yeah.
feeling. It
I
has
just
to
would
be.
like to have somebody I could see once or twice a
Right.
week to hang out and be you
Yeah,
know,
just be who
companionship.
you are, and yes,
Yeah.
The sex is good too, but
right. You hopefully. I mean,
I like good conversation.
but I mean, you gotta have good sex in a relationship. I don't. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
You know, that's a given. But I'm saying that has to be so difficult, and what a. And well, it's becoming so mainstream now that I think there's more of a choice for women in the business to pick and choose who they want to be with.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
I mean, since Janet
Yeah,
Jameson,
somewhat.
you know, and all these, like Howard Stern and this and
Yeah.
that. And it really promoted this business into really almost mainstream.
Right, right.
Yeah, Jenna.
5 years from now, I think it will
Jenna
be
did
mainstream.
help a lot with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really did. She got her name out there to everybody.
Yeah.
Which made it more acceptable because if they look at her, she's just a normal, sweet girl.
Right, and the
Right.
public tends to think of us as like movie stars.
Uh-huh.
When you say you're a porn star, they think that we make millions and
Right,
we live up in the
yeah,
hills in
yeah.
Malibu, and you know we're
Well,
just
even
like the
as if
movie
you're an
stars.
actor,
So
if you're an actor, everybody thinks you're rich and you know.
yes, yeah.
Depends on how many films
You know.
you've done and
But you
where
would,
you're at.
there's such a dichotomy of on one hand you're porn girls, so you're this crazy little girl who doesn't, you know, is nobody.
Yeah.
To the other side of hey, you're
Years ago,
you're
you
as
were a
big
slut.
as Angelina Jolie
Now
you're
or
not,
somebody.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
Years
it's
ago, you were a
really
slut.
weird.
Yeah, now everybody's just kind of slutty, which is cool.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Paris Hilton put it on the map.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we
She
said
helped.
that. See, when we go into mainstream, our sex tapes are already done, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about it.
Right. I mean, it's there, and it's
And it's
actually it
practice
helps you
and
to
it got us started.
get roles today in some films.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially when a lot of mainstream actresses don't want to do nude parts.
Right.
If they need extras or body doubles, you know, it's like I'm so for that. I don't mind, you know.
And we tend to not be as diva about it, you know, or as hung up about it all. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, we just want to be here and have fun, so
Well,
we'll do anything. We
yeah.
don't care.
Good for you. Good for
Because
you.
you're never going to ask us to do more than we've already done on a porn set.
And once you're a diva, you know, that can only go so far.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And once
People
it's
don't wanna be
over,
around
it's
that.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're a nice person,
Right.
and I always find with actors, if you have talent, you usually they're the nice people on the set. It's
Yes.
the ones that are insecure,
Yeah.
you know, about their talent. They're the nasty ones. and
Even if
always
they
looking-
have the talent, they don't feel it inside
Right.
themselves.
I mean,
yeah.
you're right. They don't feel like I don't belong there. You know. So you know, and them are the ones I find. But if you,
That makes a lot of sense.
if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
talent, you know, you're comfortable and you're relaxed, like you two are.
That'll change the way I think about all the people in the porn industry that get weird on set and diva-y and
Yeah, because they're insecure.
yeah, I never thought of it that way.
That's what it really is when you look at them. I've seen them, that
Oh, I
desperate
think so.
need.
Yeah.
They don't want to be on camera, they have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's a sad. I
Yeah.
find that with stand-up comics, the most impressing people I've ever met in my life were stand-up comics.